So they fly after the giant monster, and then the big guy says, "I'm out of fuel, it always gets away."
I'm out of fuel. It always gets away.
They just fly with their jetpacks for a while, and they stop. And then he's just like, my jetpack's out of fuel, it always gets away.
Yeah, like, how many times has this thing done this?
These are supposed to be some of the most brilliant warriors in the galaxy. And he's just like, oh, I got me kid, me jetpack's out of fuel. This always happens. So, Mark, episode 3 of The Mandalorian opens with old Din Djarin and Bo-Katan at the Living Waters. They've just encountered the mythosaur. They've made it out of that situation, and Bo here chooses not to tell old Din about the mythosaur because she's embarrassed, I guess, because it's like a myth and a legend, and it would seem weird if I was like, hey Mark, I seen E.T. down at the park, you'd be like, fuck off.
I mean, to be fair, what's the point of telling you? We would not fucking know what one is. Oh, he would because he's Mandalorian, but...
Yeah, I'm sure he knows of it. Yeah, he would know of it, yeah, but... Yeah.
She also didn't remove her helmet.
Yeah, we might as well just talk about that. We don't have to stay completely linearly, or should we?
I mean, this video's covering like 3 episodes, right?
Yeah, so she ends up going back to whatever the fuck they're called, Mandy's Creed. And yeah, it seemed really out of character that she would choose to stay with them. We get an awesome dogfight and like her house gets destroyed. And also they've mentioned at this point, because she lost the Darksaber, that all her people abandoned her. So they're kind of setting it up. But she's always been like, fuck you guys, fuck all you guys. And it just seemed weird and out of character that she's like so lonely.
I 100% felt the exact same way. I was like, and because I mean, I've been watching her through the Clone Wars as well. Like, she's in Clone Wars and Rebels, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is in Rebels. But anyway, so like this whole time, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Mando's Cole wasn't even a fucking thing at all in Clone Wars.
She just seems like really hard-headed and determined and like strength of will, and
I mean, to be fair though, that is a lot of, she has had a lot of like break arrows. She's going down, she's Boromir, he's copped the first 2, you know. Yeah,
Favreau's setting it up, but nevertheless, when she didn't really say, yeah, cool, she just didn't take her helmet off. It felt a little bit weird and out of character.
She had to have made a subconscious decision before she came out of that water.
That's true. She just had the mythosaur thing too, so maybe 3 arrows.
Maybe she also saw the mythosaur and thought, fuck me, who can I tell about this? I need to talk to someone who understands our fucking legends and go there. And it just seems like a crazy thing for her to subconsciously just suddenly decide to do. She had her mask off when she went down there. Like, not into the water, but like... And then she put it on just to go in the water.
Even on the ship ride back to Mandy's crew, like, she would have taken it off normally in that situation. If you're out of a combat situation and you're in a ship, she normally has it off.
To be at this point, it feels like she's kind of accepted Mando, like, because you know maybe she lost the Darksaber, and now she is following him because that is the way.
Well, he does have the Darksaber.
Like, that is the Mandalorian way.
Yeah.
So I've lost the Darksaber. You know,
my house is destroyed. My homies aren't friends with me anymore. I seen a mythical prophecy dragon in the water. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, it does seem odd that she would just suddenly make that decision.
Yeah,
but
it felt odd in the moment. That's all I know. Maybe
for it to make sense.
If you break it down, it makes sense. But in the moment, I was like, "What? That's not my bow, baby." We got a really cool dogfight with the N1, I believe it's called, the Naboo hot rod ship and Bo's ship. They fight TIE fighters, flying around mountains and stuff. They fuck up Bo's house.
Ridiculous amount come.
Yeah, and they end up just like... I just remember Solo from New Hope. Travel through hyperspace, my dust and crops, kid. Without precise calculations, will fly through a star right into a moon. And then he's just like, follow me.
I mean, maybe, and I'm just throwing something out there, but they have something like called speed dial, where they have like certain places saved into their directory, you know.
Han's like manually like getting.
Maybe the Millennium Falcon's such an old model it didn't have it.
Yeah.
No, but this is from fucking way before the Millennium Falcon. This is a Naboo fighter.
It's been hot rodded up though.
It has hardcore been hot wadded up. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
And then hard cut from the Mandalorians to that doctor guy with the glasses for the entire rest of this episode. I did not see this coming.
You know what vibes I got here?
What?
Last one was episode 3 vibes. Like, that's what they do with that too. It's like all of a sudden 10 minutes of this, and then the rest of the episode someone completely different that you haven't even thought about.
Yeah. Yeah, so this was the doctor from the first season. He's with fucking, what's his name? Werner Herzog. He plays that old guy in the first season. He's a famed director who I like, and if I'd forgotten his name, I would have felt bad, but I remembered it.
Yeah.
Werner Herzog. And then he was in the season 2 too on Moff Gideon's ship, and we cut to him on Coruscant. He's like being brought into the New Republic here. He's being like rehabilitated. They did this in World War II with the Nazis. They got a lot of prolific Nazis after World War II that helped. America got them, and that helped with NASA and stuff.
Yeah, right.
There's like photos of like the head of NASA, and he has like a massive scar across his face because Nazis like used to sword fight and shit.
I mean, to be fair though, like to just completely judge an individual on something like everything ended for them.
Yeah.
It is possible that people aren't just going to be like that forever. Yeah. Given a second chance.
He was just like working his job too. He wasn't like evil at all.
Exactly.
And this chick is here. She was in season 2, and like I feel like she was in a couple shots in Moff Gideon's ship.
She was in season 2. I don't even remember her.
She was like, it felt like nothing. Like she was just like her character needed to be there like to fly the ship. It was in the CGI Luke episode. So was that like the last episode of season 2? She's here, and like she starts to groom him and stuff. She convinces him to go and steal this
she's
lab.
Obviously fucking evil. Like there was never a question in my mind that this bitch is still Empire.
Yeah.
The music behind it, everything. I was just like, it would have been cool to kind of semi-believe that she wasn't just gonna fuck him over in the end, and that he just seems too gullible to fall for this shit.
Yeah, they like jump a train, they don't buy a ticket. I don't know why they don't buy a ticket. They just buy a ticket. They break into like a decommissioned Star Destroyer, and he's just following along with all of this madness. Like just don't. Like you're being rehabilitated. But I guess she's a woman, so she's like...
It took fuck all convincing.
She brought him biscuits and shit, you know, she's grooming him.
That's just something in the biscuits.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that was like the first real time they chatted. She gave him biscuits, and then all of a sudden he's just like, yes, master.
Yeah, so she convinces him to steal this lab from a decommissioned Star Destroyer. New Republic guards come, he gets arrested, and then she like melts his brain with like a...
that fucking old torture device, which he straight up says before they took
a mind flare, that's it. He's like, this is a mind flare. Like, nah, bro.
It's a mind flayer.
It's a similar device, but we found at low voltages it can be used to help soothe select traumatic memories. You'll see some pleasant colors, hear a light buzzing, and experience a great sense of relief in no time at all.
You're gonna wipe my mind.
Absolutely not. This isn't the Empire, son.
I've used this several times and my brain only melt a little bit.
That being said, it would have worked fine if she didn't just go... like it goes wrench him. I just love the way he's just like, yeah, right, instead of monitoring this thing that could potentially kill him, we'll just leave you in the room.
Yeah.
Like, you...
They just don't leave the room.
Yeah, well, why? I'm pretty sure your job would be to monitor this while it was happening. Can you imagine if they did that in real life?
Yeah. A machine that could potentially melt your phone.
I reckon
brain.
that kind of is fired, eh?
Yeah.
And she's so, like, they're gonna know who she fucking, like, who didn't.
There'd have security cameras in there, wouldn't there?
Security cameras. He witnessed her. He's like, yeah, sure, you can monitor it. Then all of a sudden he dies when she was the only one in the room.
She's like, it melted his brain. It got turned up somehow.
Like, she's just gonna turn it back down quickly after he's dead and be like, hey, he was right.
She just climbed out a back window or something.
But there again. Still a witness.
Yeah.
Nothing happened to her. It just seemed absolutely ludicrous to me. You can't just openly go in and kill someone like that and just get away with it. In the Empire, sure.
Yeah.
But that's really trying to push the New Republic is essentially the Empire.
there's a line with some guys like Republic, New Republic, the Rebels, the Empire, the New Order. All of this is confusing. I'm like, yeah, it is. You're right, mate. All these fucking
that's
names.
what they're doing here. They're setting up a new
things.
order. That's everything that's happening with that side of the story.
Yeah, so she's melting his brain because he knows stuff. This is Moff Gideon, right? Moff Gideon's behind this. She was on Moff Gideon's ship,
Well,
and
it's
then
not stated, but I think it is. Yeah.
we don't really know why she's melting his brain or what the fuck she's doing, but presumably she's working with Moff Gideon because they set up Moff Gideon 2 in like episode 5. That fat fucking Asian X-wing pilot finds Moff Gideon's ship, and the Mandalorians captured him.
Yeah. So I think I have a theory about what's going to happen.
Go
next.
on.
No, we need to get there, and then I'll do the theory. So keep watching. But yeah, when we're doing this in order, we didn't talk about the whole last thing though.
It went there naturally, but it's fine.
Would you like?
Nah, we shut it down now. Yeah, we don't know what she's doing. I don't know why she's melting this guy's brain. I presume she's working for Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon wanted him killed because he knows things about cloning. And Moff Gideon's cloning Baby Yoda or Palpatine again or something.
Well, the cloning is obviously them trying to do the research so that they can create Snoke.
Oh, just don't mention the sequels.
But this is what they're leading to. It's 100%. There is no question. This is what they're building to. The New Republic is they're too stupid. They're not paying attention to it, and that you're going to allow it. You're not going to notice until it's too late. Like, you know what I mean?
But I don't want any world building for the sequels. Do we need any world building for the sequels?
I know, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want to think about those movies. But I will say I got a very Andor vibe from this episode.
It was very Andor, but it's not as sophisticated or well written.
I had the feeling, it didn't feel like I was watching The Mandalorian, should I say?
It didn't feel like
at all.
It had,
In The Last of Us, when they did that, I still felt like I was watching The Last of Us.
Yeah. So episode 4, it's all about the specific creed that Mandy and fucking Bo are here. We get all this like weird alien Ellie training shit.
Yeah, all that shit with the kid and everything. It was the same kid in the episode.
Had his hair all over his face and put his helmet.
Yeah, I thought it was that kid.
All I could think while he was doing all this stuff with Alien Ellie was this just hair like pressed down the side of this kid's face with his helmet.
All I thought was, if you're able to just go, why that kid didn't do that in the first round?
Yeah, I had no idea how this game worked. It didn't make any fucking sense. He fires once and Alien Ellie's like, ah! And he fires again and the dumb fucking thing's like, oh! And then Papa Petro's like, do the flip thing that CGI Luke told ya. And he flips and just shoots the kid 3 times.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, but
sure.
Are you just...
Maybe he was able to shoot 3 times because the kid had already gotten him twice. Like, you can save yourself, no matter what, there's 3 rounds, but you can save yourself from the last round if they get you twice. Maybe you have as many shots
in the first round you can shoot once, second round you can shoot
twice. No, Baby Yoda could shoot twice because he lost
the
round, I think. If you you have to make, no matter what, that guy has to be hit 3 times.
Yeah.
Whether you get it just in the last one or not, I guess. Maybe
if he shoots Alien Ellie now, that'll be a 3rd point for him as well. Will they be tied or you can't do? He got killed because he got hit 3 times.
He lost. There's 3 rounds no matter what. So if he was able to get 1 more shot, he would have won. But instead, Alien Ellie got 3 shots. Correct. Is it just weird when I say it?
I just didn't expect you to stop saying it, and you did.
I had to stop and think for a second. But yeah, no, but you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
So, yeah, it didn't make sense when I watched it, but I guess if you sit there and think about it long enough, it might make sense.
I did. I think I spent a lot of the episode just thinking about that.
A giant pterodactyl comes down and gets this fucking kid. They fly after him with their fucking jetpacks. And I wrote down what they said because it's fucking crazy. They fly after the pterodactyl monster. First of all, get the fuck off this planet. You got crocodiles attacking you at the door. You got like pterodactyls swooping down on you. Like, is there not like a better place you can live? It's full of fucking giant monsters.
I guess that's the idea for they're supposed to be badass.
They're living there on purpose, are they?
I don't know, I guess. Why would they choose that planet? I guess it's remote. There's got to be a lot of remote planets, like Dagobah.
Surely there's even a part on this planet that isn't just filled with like giant monsters.
No, that's not the way Star Wars works.
Yeah, that's true. The whole planet.
The whole planet is just one thing.
Yeah. So they fly after the giant monster, and then the big guy says, "I'm out of fuel. It always gets away."
I'm out of fuel. It always gets away.
They just fly with their jetpacks for a while, and they stop. And then he's just like, my jetpack's out of fuel, it always gets away.
Yeah, like, how many times has this thing done this?
These are supposed to be some of the most brilliant warriors in the galaxy. And he's just like, oh, I got me kid, me jetpack's out of fuel. This always happens. You can't fix it. You can't find the pterodactyl.
To be fair though, like, their cult kind of feels like fucking tribesmen with fire and spears as opposed to like Bo-Katan's group, which are all advanced and shit, right? I can repair the thing, but I can't put any more refined shit on it.
Yeah.
You know, like, Mando's better than all of them because he's got those fucking things and shit. That's not their technology.
Yeah, they only have like 30, not even, I don't know, how long do they follow the pterodactyl? In the episode it felt like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but they said it flew a very great distance. Just, do none of them have ships?
No.
Like,
how'd they get there?
Maybe that's why they stayed there.
Well, this place is shit. I hope Ted comes back with a ship soon.
Surely they'd have one ship.
They got there.
They don't, even when they leave.
They just in Bo's ship. Oh, they got there somehow. At some point in time, something transported them to this planet.
They used their jetpacks, ran out of fuel, and just kind of floated.
Oh, this always happens to us.
This always happens.
I think the Baby Yoda learning the Mandalorian stuff and getting the armor and stuff, it feels silly. And I just don't need it.
It only feels silly because he's so small. So he was put in as it made sense for season 1.
Yes.
It made sense for him to be little, need protection against all this shit.
Yeah.
But now you tried to get rid of him because he was no longer necessary, and now you're holding on to something that you don't know what to do with.
Yeah, you don't know what to do with him. He doesn't have a purpose. He has no point in the story. He's just here. He's learning Mandalorian stuff. If they ever give him a helmet, it's going to be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. I hope they give him a helmet. It'll be so
I've seen some
stupid.
fan art of it. That should look pretty cool.
Really?
There's like a helmet, but his ears still poke out.
Yeah, they have
just
to.
slice off his ears. I mean, I'll be able to get you, but I can do you fucking.
Just in my brain, him with a Mandalorian helmet is the stupidest thing in the world.
It's fucking big.
They give him a breastplate and stuff. What is with this forge and flashbacks?
You know what I love though about this fucking let's give you a piece of armor to put on top of the armor you already have instead of a different spot of your body that needs protecting.
Yeah. She said he'd grow into it. I don't know what it is. A shoulder pad or something.
Yeah, it must be. But
it's not a shoulder pad. I don't know what it is. It's something. It's like a hunk of fucking steel that this top is
it's a part that isn't going to be any use once he grows a little bit. But he's never going to grow that much.
That's weighing into
his jumping too, when he did it just looked bad.
I don't want to see him here.
Yoda, at least when he did it, it looked good. He was badass.
His body kind of like jumped. Maybe Yoda's body just like stays like that and he like flips around on the
It's
wire.
because they kept it as a puppet instead of like that Yoda who's doing that shit was CGI. Say what you will about CGI, it can make Yoda actually.
The puppet is very limited.
Exactly. So couldn't you just? I know it sounds silly, but it's not even silly. Couldn't you just change it to a CGI from that shot? It may not have looked great.
He has been in CGI in shots. I don't know what's going on. They just look dumb.
Yeah, it didn't work.
They go into the forge room. The forge just causes flashbacks now. It causes flashbacks for fucking.
Maybe that's why she loves doing it so much. She's just tripping balls.
She's like peyote or something. We see Order 66.
It was another entry, which is fucking cool. I actually really enjoyed it. They're just so lucky that what happened to be not one of the spots Anakin was, though. Otherwise, they would have been fucked.
Yeah, Baby Yoda would have been.
He was off killing all the other younglings at this point.
Yeah, it didn't really present any new information that we didn't already know. I mean, it gives more details, but it was fun to watch. That Jedi, not Mace Windu. Do you know who he is, Mark?
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar motherfucking Binks.
He had an opportunity to redeem himself.
He did. And, you know, I like him.
I did. He fucking nailed it. I'm happy for him.
Did he die? He didn't die. He got away.
He's so dead though. I don't know. He's probably gonna make an appearance later. And
there'll be a fucking whatever his name is.
Yeah, no. I survived the Empire and I didn't help.
Went on an adventure with Jar Jar, and he'll play him. He'll play the Jedi, and he'll play Jar Jar. They need to bring Jar Jar back.
I'm glad
people are coming around on Jar Jar.
I'm glad he was able to have his moment in the sun after all a horrible shitty cop.
He was on a bridge contemplating jumping off and stuff. He was suicidal because of the backlash he got from the Phantom Menace.
Before the internet, people were dedicated.
Yeah. People were saying it was racist as well. It was a racist Jamaican accent. He was I don't know.
I would not consider that to be any form of English language. I understand the similarities, but it's different enough that I would not consider it racist.
Yeah, I don't think the Jar Jar is necessarily...
The Trade Federation aliens, however.
They're very Asian. and Watto is kind of a racist Jew stereotype. With the big nose and the only money.
But I don't think of it like that, because there would be, in the alien world, there would be people like that who aren't Jewish, it's just a way people can be. Maybe they evolved that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be racist.
That's racist, Mark.
I love the world we live in.
The clones are just following not Mace Windu and just firing into Coruscant. It was crazy.
Yeah, blowing shit up.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch one Jedi and into the city. I'm
I mean, Order 66 was a pretty fucking... This is still fresh Order 66 too, so we have to kill the Jedi at any cost.
Yeah.
Well, think about how hard it would be to kill a Jedi. If civilians die in your pursuit of killing this fucking thing, anything goes. Clones, to be fair though, was not the worst the clones have done. Throughout the Clone Wars, there was a lot of very questionable shit that clones did. Yeah, to civilians. Strategies that would sacrifice civilians to be able to take the Separatist threat out.
Yeah.
Some fucking dark shit.
That's cool. Well, here they're I don't give a fuck, but it's firing into the city in Republic cruisers.
Pretty bad shot, not taking down a speeder. I guess it's a small target.
Yeah. He crashes, he gets on a ship, he flies off. Do you think we'll see more of Jar Jar and Baby Yoda?
I would love to see more flashbacks, but I honestly think he should be dead. I don't think he should have survived Order 66 completely.
Yeah.
I don't feel if he does, I'm not going to be angry.
Yeah.
But I feel there's supposed to be fucking very few Jedi left. I accepted Ahsoka.
Yeah.
They're built to that. But just to throw another Jedi in here.
He's just a random guy too. They spent years, a decade, setting up Ahsoka.
Exactly. I guess you could argue the Jedi from Fallen Order is another Jedi survivor, which he is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They did a pretty good job setting him up as well.
We'll see if
you can't set up a character in a flashback. There's not enough time.
Not much happens. This is a 30-minute fucking episode.
Exactly, the shortest episode yet, and at this point, the best episode yet.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about the Mandalorians fighting the giant bird monster. They fight it, and it's cool.
I do want to point out, old mate, what's his name? That fucking machine gun cunt.
I don't know his name.
No, I do, but
I thought he was played by Jon Favreau, but he's not.
Tesla, something.
Tesla.
I can't remember his name, but I might later. Who knows?
Pre-Vizsla? He was pre-Vizsla. That's somebody, isn't it?
Vizsla. That's what I was saying. Vizsla. Yeah, I think it was something. I can't remember the first part, but
he might be pre-Vizsla. I feel
it's not pre. It's something similar though.
El Vizsla, Lee Vizsla, the Sizzler.
Anyway, so that guy, he fucking just, there's a fucking thing of, we're going in for stealth, we don't want to know, oh, there's a heat signature,
This kid's name was Ragnar, it's Ragnar!
That kid did not deserve the name Ragnar. There's no way Ragnar would have lost to fucking Grogu.
He stumbles in, the pterodactyl comes out.
What did you expect? There to be not to be babies in a nest?
I don't know.
Those babies were fucking terrifying.
They bring the... Oh, well, yeah, the fight's cool.
You see the Mandalorian helmet in the fucking nest? I was like, haha, they didn't save that one. He just gets away. Maybe I thought
it always gets away.
I thought it'd be different this time when I went after it with the fuel. Why not just hold on? There's only 3 of us going. I'm just gonna carry your jetpack and then quickly switch over so we can make it the second half of the trip.
Take like a fuel can.
Yeah.
Catch it before it flies away. Do something.
They're not even bothering shooting it. Like, okay, don't shoot it. Maybe, but. If they're always going to get away, maybe shoot a rocket at it and see if the kid doesn't die.
The greatest warriors in the universe, Mark. Spartans.
I will admit,
universe.
yeah, it definitely makes them look bad as opposed to how they were, foretold. The way they explained the Mandalorians in all the fucking Old Republic, you didn't have that. They were like,
this is the bumbling, we don't take off our helmet crew.
They're kind of making them heroes and shit like that, but they were so far from that.
Yeah.
They were villains, man.
Yeah.
Like, not villains, like they were real people once they had disbanded. They were just mercenaries trying to make their way.
They weren't good people.
But they were warriors. They were Spartans. There's no way the Spartan warriors were good people.
Yeah.
Like, they're fucking monsters who they live for warfare.
Yeah.
They attacked the Republic,
people.
not because they wanted to take control of the Republic, but because they wanted a war and they wanted to conquer, just because it was fun.
Yeah. There's also a scene when they're around a campfire and they all wander off their dinner.
They can't ever have a conversation over dinner.
I'm just imagining, you eat your dinner, you put your helmet back on, and you just wander back, and you're wandering to somebody without their helmet eating. You're like, and then
oh, you're not Mandalorian anymore. I'm telling them.
We got him.
How many times will that happen? They just shoot them. He got killed in the.
It's silly, but I don't know. That's part of the charm, isn't it?
How do you eat when other people are around?
You don't. When you get your food, you go off to find a place where you can take off your helmet.
They come back. They fight the bird. It's cool. I don't know what to say.
I enjoyed it.
It looked nice. Interesting stuff was happening. It felt very Mandalorian-y. Mandalorian-esque.
It did. It was good.
And then they come back and somebody's like, we have 3 more foundlings, and they bring out 3 baby birds.
There's another. So before we get to that, there was another point where the fucking river right next to them had a massive alligator thing that was from the earlier episode. Eats that thing just pretty fucking close by their base again. So they're gonna have to deal with that the next day or so.
They fed it now. They'll have a couple of days before it comes back.
This always happens to us. It always happens. There goes another one.
They come back and they bring back these 3 baby birds. They're like, we have foundlings.
They're not even, hey, cool, we got these pets. It's like, no, these are Mandalorians too.
They're gonna put helmets on.
Come on, can't they just be your fucking mounts?
Is this just because this is for kids and they didn't want to leave the birds die in the nest?
It's because they want to include everything. Everyone.
But it's so dumb. They're monsters, Mark. They're mindless fucking monsters.
I mean, they could be trained. You don't know how stupid their species is.
But it just is dumb as fuck.
But
don't bring the birds back.
I mean, otherwise you're just leaving them to die. They couldn't have that. Not in their kids' show.
That's what I'm saying. Is that the only reason why we had that scene? Will we see them again? Will they become things?
No, well, I mean...
They could ride them, I guess. That might be...
Okay, how pissed off are you going to be if in this season, come on, surely this is the last season, right? It's building up to something that's going to be a massive...
There's going to be more seasons.
Well, I mean, then maybe they will, but that means that's a lot of time for them to grow. I seriously doubt a creature like that grows to be adulthood in
a season.
A season, yeah, exactly.
And we have brought you 3 more foundlings in need of care and training. Is that so?
So episode 5 opens with that dumb Muppet pirate monster coming back to the pirate. I like this guy. It's so dumb and so silly that I'm into it. He's seriously like a Muppet, like a rah, 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 rah. It's amazing.
I mean, I was a lot more sold on him in this episode than I was in the fucking... Was it the first episode?
Yeah, I think so.
I was just like, who the fuck is this guy?
Who would have thought he'd be back, Mark?
I honestly did not expect him to be
back.
It makes sense they would have brought it back because they made... no, I don't know.
Yeah, when fucking Papa Pedro blew all their ships up, he drew them back to Nevarro. I like that it was like him fucking around with them that led them back here to old Grief Karga.
I didn't realise that was awesome.
Yeah, he says, "You followed me and blew up my ships." And fucking Apollo Creed's like, "Nah, it wasn't me."
Yeah.
We cut to some like New Republic X-Wing pilots, and there's a really cool song here. I wanted to mention the fact that one of the main praise points I had for the first 2 seasons was the composer, Ludwig, I don't know his last name, it's like Norwegian, there's like 2 dots above a U and stuff. His first name's Ludwig. Yeah, he created a lot of the themes, and it was like a spaghetti western, it was like Ennio Morricone from the old Clint Eastwood movies. That added a lot to the show and brought a lot to the show here. And Book of Boba Fett had a different composer, and the same composer is here. I think Ludwig's done. Like, he did like that new fucking Christopher Nolan movie, the Backwards 110 and stuff. So like he kind of, he cut his teeth on the Mandalorian, but he's like kind of moved past that now. But the score was cool here. These like New Republic pilots rock up to a bar, and there's a really cool song here. So this guy's doing well. Like, he has big shoes to fill, and for me, a lot of the charm of this show, and one of the good elements of it, was the music, because I wasn't that into the music in like Rogue One and stuff, or Solo, where they just like, they were too scared to stop copying John Williams, but they weren't as good as John Williams.
Yeah, just an imitation.
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, who the fuck gives a fuck about the Solo score? Like, do you remember a theme from the Solo score? They were too scared to not do John Williams, but they weren't John Williams. Ludwig fucking wrote some cool spaghetti western stuff, and this guy's doing well. Ludwig's gone, that's fine, but the music here is still interesting and holding up. We get these New Republic X-Wing pilots. This Asian guy, Grief Karga's like, "You said you'd back me up." And he tracks down this creed of Mandalorians. Do they have a name, this tribe of helmet cunts? I don't remember them ever saying like the name of their creed or their tribe.
Well, they consider theirs to be the way, so like their only way.
I think maybe in Bo-Katan's...
Death Watch was Bo-Katan's original one.
Bo-Katan first rocks up in the second episode, live action, when she first rocks up in like the second season. She says, I think then to Din, "Oh, you're one of the..." And it's like a sentence.
She does, I do recall
the
that.
something, something, somethings. I'll cut it in here.
And you are a child of the Watch.
The Watch?
So yeah, he rocks up and he finds the something, something, somethings. And it's because of this fucking droid, R5-D4? But like, Mandy got R5-D4 from Tatooine off that terrible character, the mechanic lady. And what this X-Wing pilot served with R5-D4 in like the Rebellion, like, did he just track all of his droids that he ever served with in the Rebellion? And I don't get the connection with this X-Wing pilot and R5-D4.
No, I got nothing.
He just like, he turned on his tracker for every droid he ever served with in the Rebellion. And then they told him, "Oh yeah, Din Djarin's near this one?"
They would still have access to all the Rebellion droids in general. Like,
maybe, but then what did he do? Like, how did he know it was with Din Djarin? He knows it's on the monster planet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got nothing. That it makes no sense. Normally there's a defense, but I can't think of one.
Din got him from Tatooine, from the crazy lady. So he hasn't even like spent. He says a line. He's like, "R5-D4, I served with you in the Rebellion." And I'm like,
Fortunately, someone I served with in the rebellion is amongst your ranks. Thanks, R5.
Now to turn on all me rebellion droids to see if any of them are near Din.
They needed to have a way for him to have done it. But I mean, it's cool, I guess, in the way that, it's the droid from before.
He was in episode 4. He's like, "Uncle Owen, this one's got a bad motivator. Hey, what are you trying to pull me?" And they get R2.
Thank fuck he did, though. Like, if he didn't find him, like, they needed to move world,
Yeah.
Like, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
It's like, nah. Probably just go to this safer place, eh?
Yeah. He's like, fucking Apollo Creed's in trouble. You guys should help him. Mandy gets up on his little stool. He's like, I know that you guys are on Nevarro and he's kind of got slaughtered, but it wasn't Apollo Creed, it was somebody else.
Yeah, it wasn't him, it was the Empire, mate. Remember them?
And then the big fella gets up, and for like no reason, he just leads along all the Mandalorians like down the path of fuck Din. Din's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and it was pretty brutal too.
Yeah,
like, oh.
And it made sense. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense from a character point. You would think that Din has directly led to the death of many of them. And yeah, there's no real reason to like Din. He's got Alien Ellie, it's doing backflips and stuff. But yeah, and then for no reason other than to subvert the audience, he's like, oh fuck Din, you shouldn't help Din. Din's a piece of shit.
He saved his son.
Yeah, and then he's like, but we're Mandalorian, this is the way. They saved my son.
To be fair, it made sense. That was one thing I was sort of definitely felt Mandalorian. You know, it's true, like why would we back away from this fight?
Yeah. They decide to go, and the whole time I was sitting here, I'm like, please show the battle in this episode, please, because I know they're like 40-minute episodes, and I didn't know like how far into it I was. Like, if you show the battle, like I'll genuinely be satisfied. They showed the battle,
and it was fucking good.
It was really cool. They had like tactics. They flew down and like drew the ships away, and then like Mandy went in and shut it up, and then Bo went in and shut it up. There was a ground assault.
The ground assault was really cool. We were finally able to see the Mandalorians doing what they do.
Yeah.
Fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't that many of them, but there was a lot of pirates.
Yeah, they get pinned down by a cannon, and the armor lady goes in. She's got like a blacksmithing hammer and tongs, and just like kills them one by one, and they don't hear her.
She's solely melee then. That seems very, very dangerous in a world full of blasters.
In a world full of ranged weapons.
Yeah.
In the first episode, well not the first episode, the first season when she fights the stormtroopers, it felt like it was just impromptu, like she was blacksmithing and stormtroopers came in and she was holding them. Now it's like, yeah, they're her main weapons, which is, yeah.
It's cool though.
Maybe have a blaster. Like maybe have like a rifle as your main weapon and then have one of them as a secondary weapon.
If you have the opportunity, you melee, but if you need a rifle, you got one.
Yeah,
don't. It seems very poor planning.
Yeah, don't just walk into a battle just with your hammer and tongs.
Especially not a battle like that.
Yeah. But yeah, they don't hear her and she just like walks up and kills one by one. And I'm like, oh.
How do they fuck the guy who's shooting didn't hear her killing everyone though with the boom, dunk?
There's even a shot fired in the scuffle. And then like after the shot's fired, there's like 3 more of them standing out in the balcony that don't hear her.
There was a lot of death too, which I was impressed.
I like how the pirates fired on the city too. They were just straight up like
just civilians.
Yeah. It felt like there were consequences and something was going on. Like we didn't necessarily see any deaths, but I felt like there was deaths, which I approved of after they saved those fucking baby birds. I'm like, can anything die in this? And they open up in the town.
Well, so they did in the first season, the second season. You know? So, but this season it had felt very much like they weren't doing that.
Yeah, and they also kept Baby Yoda along for the journey, so it kind of felt like maybe they're pandering more to younger people. I don't know. Maybe not. We should talk about our first review too. I haven't watched it or edited it yet, but we were pretty drunk. And
yeah, we were.
We were just coming off The Last of Us directly and reviewing The Last of Us directly, and we're comparing this The Last of Us, which wasn't fair.
Yeah,
this is
not at all.
Yeah, I don't really.
We did it in the same night, so it was like
back to back. Yeah. And we just like being on a Last of Us fucking journey. And it's Pedro Pascal as well, so they feel connected.
Yeah.
And he's like Papa Pedro with like a little magic baby as well. So they in my mind, they felt connected.
Yeah, 100%. And
I came off The Last of Us and I sat down in the Mandalorian and went, oh.
To be in our defense, that they weren't very good episodes.
No, and these episodes are better.
Yeah, they are.
They're not amazing, and I don't know, I feel like I'm not as invested as I was, and I don't know why.
I'm getting pretty invested.
The last episode was good.
Last 2 is enough to kind of be like, okay, but I'm still, it's not the level of investment from when we were doing The Last of Us.
No! But yeah, we should state that if anybody watches it. I don't know, I feel like we gave it a really rough time and we were really drunk. We're also really drunk.
Yeah.
We shouldn't sit here and compare this to The Sopranos. It's not fair.
It's just not, eh?
The Mandalorian is The Mandalorian. It's not Broadwalk Empire. It's not The Wire. It's not Sopranos. It's not The Last of Us. It's not Chernobyl. It's not Mad Men. It's not that caliber. It's not. Yeah. It's the Scramblorian. She goes alright.
Yeah, well now it's going alright. You know, at that point, it's like, okay, this is a new season, and it's just, okay, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, where were we?
The fight is really cool. I enjoy watching this puppet monster just get like outsmarted and outgunned. Like you just
at every turn
from the beginning, it's like there's a ship off our bow. It's like what? He's like send them away, and then like oh bring them back.
Yeah, he was just completely not ready for that. He was expecting to just be just an easy let's blow up the city fucking rampage.
Then, he's fucked. And it's cool that there were like tactics.
We never even thought to split the fighters up between the two.
No, I never thought.
Let's just send all of them for him, and then bring them all back, and let's just completely forget about it.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't fucking run out of fuel halfway through.
I love the way he just attack more of the city.
Yeah.
Like fuck it, I'm gonna do some more damage.
He goes, shoot the civilians.
Very conveniently placed where the ship goes down too.
It didn't land in the city. I thought it was just about to happen.
I was kind of hopeful.
That would have been cool. Well, Mandalorian, you've destroyed the fucking city. Thanks.
Yeah, I then would blame them too. And
they shut it down.
Yeah, but at the same time, what was he doing? Like, would you prefer that they didn't?
Maybe the city's gone now.
Well, not the whole city. I was thinking just a quarter of it or something.
Yeah. It's weird too. Grief Karga takes all the townspeople out of Nevarro into like the wasteland when the attack happens, which is kind of a weird tactic too, just to go out into the open. But yeah, there's like 15.
I mean, I guess it's better than all the shrapnel and shit flying and the pirates in the city waving and.
Maybe it'd be better to hide in the buildings. I don't know. But just going out into like the open, especially when there's a ship in the air. And it's just like the barren wasteland.
Yeah, there was no cover, was there? At
they
all?
just like wander into barren wasteland. But yeah, he's addressing them. There's 15 of them. It was awesome.
Can I point out too? Is this the same place that they were at in the first season with the bounties and shit?
Yeah, this is.
How many years has it been? Because that city has come a fucking long way.
I heard somebody say. Jon Favreau. I heard somebody in a YouTube video say that Jon Favreau said that Baby Yoda was at Luke's for like 5 years or something. Which I never got the impression while watching.
Not at all.
But
it
yeah,
like
time
just got there.
Time has moved on, and it's like only now in season 3 where I'm starting to be like,
why? What the fuck has Din Djarin been doing this whole time?
Nothing.
Because I'm pretty sure he had the whole helmet thing in season 2, and then he was going to go to the waters to. Did it take him 5 years to make that trip?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's retarded.
I never got the impression that, like, when you watch season 2, it doesn't feel like 5 years have passed.
Oh, like maybe a couple of weeks?
Yeah. I mean, he taught him to flip.
I mean, he is walking faster now and shit. And
he's jumping and shit. He's kind of, like, responding with, like, his babble shit. Yeah. Time has passed. Nevarro is a thriving, like, cityscape now, and Baby Yoda. I'm not sure.
They've done nothing to. I'm sorry, but I feel like if there's that much time has passed, you need to have a way of telling us this.
As an audience, you should know that time has passed at the very minimum.
Yeah, no one. Well, I mean, Mando's.
Maybe Jon Favreau didn't say that, but
even if he did, though, Mando's always covered in armor. Like,
he can't show him aging. Show me the armor aging. His armor's not aging.
I mean, Bo-Katan looks older.
Settle down, Mark. She's looking alright.
Well, I was mentioning. Oh, she is, like, in the armor, but. No, she was normally as well. I'm just saying that. I remember saying she looked different in this season to the last season.
Yeah, you said that she's been smoking crack. That's offensive to Katie Sackhoff, Mark.
She's doing a fucking brilliant job, and I have the utmost respect for that woman.
We appreciate you, Katie. Even if you do look like you've been smoking crack.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that was the only thing we could judge with aging.
Yeah.
Fucking Creef, whatever his name is, Grief Karga, whatever the fuck he calls it. I don't know his name.
Apollo Creed. Grief Karga.
Grief Karga. Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't age.
His hair is like dyed jet black and his beard is like full Santa white. I'm like, why are you dyeing your hair?
Yeah, if you at least go the full way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, grey beards are pretty awesome though.
It's cool that his beard is grey because I think his beard was dyed black in season 1 and it was just a goatee.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, well, anyway, so let's just say that 5 years has passed. I think that's fucking...
Maybe,
right.
I don't fucking know.
This guy could be wrong.
Nevarro has come a long way and it's been 3 months, I'll tell you that much. They've built a fucking thriving...
I mean, I could accept a year.
Yeah, maybe 2... Nah, I don't know. They fight the battle was cool.
Oh wait, he did the Book of Boba Fett shit. How long did that take?
I don't know. 5 years apparently.
I mean, warfare. I don't know. It wasn't warfare though, really. Anyway, let's continue on. Fuck.
The armor is like, hey, Bo, what's up? We need to chill and have a yarn. And she's basically like, you've seen the mythosaur that talks of a prophecy of a new age of Mandalore. You have held the Darksaber. You are like of a royal bloodline. You're important. You mean something. Go out and get all the little tribes and all the little creeds and bring them together. And we got a plot of land here. Bring them back, and we won't be in the shadows anymore, bro.
I feel like that was very, like, left for her character. Like, just right turn, you know, whatever, just fucking switch. Like, she's so adamant with keeping the helmet on and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, the mythosaur's a huge deal, right?
Yeah.
But it just seems very, very sudden.
Yeah, that 30-minute episodes, it kind of does, like, just...
But, I mean, I guess the mythosaur, like, it is their symbol and shit.
It has significance.
So she's like, this is the time. I mean, it is fair, though. They should bring all the clans together.
Yeah, and I like this new, like, shift in the world building. It's like, yeah, do something different. The Mandalorians have been hiding in shadows for 3 seasons. If you count the Book of Boba Fett, which they weren't really in, so 2 seasons.
But wouldn't you just, I'm sorry, if she's taking her mask off, wouldn't you just be like, okay, well, we're going to pretty much have to do it because no one else is going to be keeping their mask on.
Well, then, at that point, there could be people in Mandy's creed that, if they chose to, could also be like, hey, I'm going to take my helmet off.
Yeah, you can't really banish me, can you?
Yeah, once all the other, like, tribes come down and stuff. Yeah. If you chose to keep it on, I guess that's your decision if you still want to follow the blah 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 fucking way. But yeah, if you're a newer generation, you'd be like, hey mum and dad, I'm gonna take my helmet off and go and play with Phil.
And they're both still helmet on, like,
oh! She's got an apron on and shit.
What? Yeah, wait, what if they're married? Wait, do they not take their mask off? They sleep in their masks? Oh, I guess they sleep in different rooms. I don't know. What a good
marriage. Fuck!
Just the helmets.
Like clanging together.
None of the other armor matters.
Yeah. It'd be like, I just imagine like getting ready for work with like a wife and kids and being like, get out of the room, I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm going to work. Like no one can see you, like you need to like brush your teeth in a different room and comb your hair, and why even have like a hairstyle or a beard, like.
Yeah, you might as well just shave your head, eh? At that point.
Like your physical appearance
no one is
doesn't matter.
Going to see you. There's no point in having cool hair or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway. It's all very silly, but that's fine. And then she takes off her helmet, she walks through, and they have a plot of land on Nevarro, and they're gonna like bring the Scramblorians back together. What do we think about this, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're painting them in a very different light, but I'm hoping maybe some of the other clans will be keeping more to the ways that they were.
Yeah, we've just seen the like backwards, dumb shit caveman run out of.
And it's clearly leading to Din being the new Mandalore, you know? Him
well, he has the Darksaber.
She has the Darksaber. Everyone's kind of falling in line now, even old mate Pal
I thought that's what this season was going to be. There's like 3 episodes left.
Maybe the next season. But Pal Vizsla, whatever the fuck his name is, finally he's completely fallen in line now. Like, turns to him to get his approval of shit and stuff. Like, he is making that journey to being the head of Mandalore.
Just with these
Which I would be okay with.
Yeah,
he fucking deserves it. He's starting to get more badass because he fucked up so much in the first season.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
That's fair. So yeah, I don't know. I give these first 2 episodes a review to C-, and I give this last episode a B. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
We got that part after that, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. X-Wing pilot is like, oh.
Yeah. I was totally, as soon as that started and I heard the music, I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna die in this scene.
Yeah.
Like, I straight up thought he was gonna die.
Sent off a probe from the fucking astromech's head.
Which
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, cool idea.
It's like modernizing the kind of astromech thing.
Because
like they're these big, like awkward, cumbersome fucking robots that were designed in the 70s.
And it makes total sense they could do shit like that.
Yeah.
They were literally to sit inside the shit.
Yeah. And so this is fucking Moff Gideon's ship. And he escaped, and then what, they say something about fucking Beskar steel?
Yeah, why is there Mandalorian metal inside the prison ship? Why were they like, oh, I blew him out, let's just leave this here?
I don't know, but they don't use Beskar as projectiles?
No, they don't.
That'd be a waste of Beskar. No, they don't use Beskar as projectiles. He says something about some type of a Beskar.
It might be brought up again.
Yeah, they wouldn't leave a calling card, and I don't think they use Beskar as projectiles. But projectiles is the only thing I can think. Like, they shot
yeah, because them breaking in, they wouldn't leave shit there.
Beskar.
Yeah, Beskar above all else, like...
It's a fragment of Beskar alloy.
Are you saying that Moff Gideon was taken by Mandalorians?
Yeah, no, it was interesting that he thought it was that this Mandalorian that rescued him. But to be fair, a lot of Mandalorians are bounty hunters. Like, you get hired to do a job.
But it's just, kind of like...
Yeah, you get hired to do a job. I mean, it may be a group which is working with the Empire, but I don't think so. Like... You hire them? Oh yeah, I'll rescue the prisoner. Who is it? Doesn't matter. Where's the credits?
Yeah, Mandalorians. But they haven't been painted in that light in The Mandalorian. They've been like heroes.
Yeah, but we don't know much about the other squads.
Yeah, I look forward to them being in it and them not wasting time.
It's probably going to be Death Watch. That was like who was the like bad Mandalorian group in the Clone Wars. Well, Bo-Katan was a member of that group.
Interesting.
At first, and then Maul kind of.
So Bo's going to have to like go.
Maul's kind of like to their leader and takes his Darksaber.
Yeah.
And that's just like, and then they're kind of just like, what the fuck? And that's when Bo-Katan kind of took charge.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I look forward to the next 3 episodes.
But no, I do have a feeling that group, this is my theory, this is what I was talking about before, but I have a feeling that group who rescued him is surely going to be Bo-Katan's fucking old group.
Yeah, that
you know
makes
what
sense.
I mean? Because she's going to have personal history with him. Is she going to stay by Mando? Is she going to join back with her group?
She has to bring him back, but there's conflict, and then Moff Gideon's like, ha ha ha, I'm in an AT-AT. And Baby Yoda does flips, and then he saves the day. Roll credits.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be. But they could change. I mean, it'll be done in a very different way.
Post-credit scene with Jar Jar, Jedi Guy, and Mace Windu. He's back, baby! Mace has survived!
Mason Jar Jar.
Mason Jar Jar.
Mason Jar Jar living in like a house.
Is it actually Jar Jar? We've already spoken about this, haven't we? We're talking about a body cop comedy with Mace Windu and Jar Jar, I'm sure.
I feel like that was a long, long time ago.
Every
in a
Mace
galaxy
Windu
far, far away.
discussion we've had is up here. They got it's Samuel L. Jackson.
Jar Jar.
He's still alive.
There's a pot of gold just waiting to happen.
Yeah, and then have the guy that plays Jar Jar as a Jedi. So you got Sam Jackson.
And every time they walk through, it's like they can. Whoa! You
He's
know?
like Kramer, he kicks in the door, and the audience just like applauds for 24 minutes. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Spill the apples on the floor! Yeah!
Motherfucker.
Like, what the fuck are you doing here, you dumb fucking lizard?
But without swearing, because Mace Windu didn't swear.
No, he didn't.
That guy is able to make you feel like he's swearing without fucking swearing.
He's intense.
Like his vibe is motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true. Even in an M movie, he's just like. Plus, you've imprinted everything of Samuel L. Jackson onto Mace Windu. He's not like separate of like Pulp Fiction and fucking Django Unchained. Not in my mind, at least.
He's the same guy.
He's the same guy, just in a different universe.
So, to me, Mace Windu stands different because I didn't know Samuel L. Jackson before I watched episode.
Neither did I.
So he's always just separate to me.
Yeah.
But I can totally see character-wise.
Yeah.
Take a seat, motherfucker.
Of course. Well, in the Avengers movies, he was just playing Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, I would, if I was doing a movie, I would hire Samuel L. Jackson to play Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, why would you? I mean, that being said, in Django Unchained, he's very different.
Yeah. They actually, Tarantino wrote the main role for like a 20-year-old Samuel L. Jackson when he was writing the script for like Django. But obviously, he was never going to be able to do that. But yeah, in his mind when he was writing it, it was like, yeah, fucking 20-year-old Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, it would have been a really cool character.
He would have done.
But that role wouldn't have fit.
No. He's too old to play him, but if he was like 30, I guess, not 20.
Yeah.
But Jamie Foxx did an amazing job.
Oh, fucking oath he did.
Yeah, and Samuel L. Jackson did an amazing job as, what's his name, Rupert or something. It's some old guy's name. that is an evil character.
I can't think of it. Yeah.
I can't quote any lines that he says from the movie because he says the N-word a few times.
He was legitimately like on the white guy's side of that movie.
Yeah, it was on the evil slave owners side.
Yeah, like.
So yeah, Samuel L. Jackson come back to Star Wars. I'm enjoying The Mandalorian. Sorry about the first review.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the next 3 episodes, which I shan't be comparing to The Sopranos.
I mean, yeah, I won't compare it to Last of Us. I swear. I thought it's gonna be like in the last scene of The Last of Us, where it's like, swear to me. I swear.
No character depth, didn't have an arc. Alien Ellie is no Ellie.
Oh mate, Bella Ramsey fucking do it and acting fucking circles around
that dumb Muppet cunt.
Yeah.
Thank you and good night.
Good night. Seriously though, that fucking cunt in